Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus WWE's Day 1, which took place on Day 1 of 2022, January 1st, 2022. Overall, pretty good freaking card. Um, Whenever they give matches time and let the stories play out, it just goes better. I watched everything from the pre-show, and people were really tongue-tied tonight. Kevin Owens, a bunch of people, when they cut promos, were just completely tongue-tied, which I found really interesting. Our pre-main show match was Cesaro and Ricochet against Sheamus and Ridge Holland, and a bunch of botches happened in this. Ricochet getting flipped over and kneeing Ridge Holland in the nose and apparently breaking his nose. Um, it didn't bode well. Though Sheamus basically took him on 2-on-1 and won with the Brogue Kick. So it was what it was. And the booking part, it's inexplicable, but it didn't really count by WWE definition, so we just move on. The opening match was, I thought it was going to be the best match on the card. Um, and it really was until that main event. The main event significance is so much bigger that it is what it is. But New Day against Usos, boy, they lit it up. It was a fantastic match. The 3D to Kingston to get the win for the Usos was something else as well. They're just these guys just they don't have a bad match, and this one was fantastic, and it's exactly what the show needed. What they didn't need was Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss going that long. Oh Lord. For a foregone conclusion match, boy, this is how you knew they were shorthanded. Then we had RK Bro versus Street Profits. Um, another okay match with a foregone conclusion of an ending. And then we could start getting into the matches that mattered, right? Edge versus Miz. Um, it was okay. It was okay. The Beth Phoenix return was nice, scaring Maurice off, and distracting Miz enough to allow Edge to give a spear for the win. Um, the crowd wasn't really into it, and I don't really blame them. It just feels like a manufactured feud. Of course, they all are, right? This shit's not real. It just didn't resonate. Now, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch probably got a little better reaction than expected. And the match was a little better than many of the matches on the card. But again, a foregone conclusion. Yeah, these are problems. These are problems. And then finally, our five-way match in the main event. I encourage you to watch it. It was expertly laid out because it wasn't. Um, because it was Brock Lesnar was an addition to the match close to game time. It really had sort of a frantic, spontaneous feel about it. And in the end, Brock Lesnar pins Big E to really lay very legitimate claim to that WWE title, and he's the new champ. And it is what it is. But for a pay per view, I was expecting very little from. I thought they delivered and over delivered. And I'm sure Nick Khan is incredibly happy because this is apparently his brainchild. And they did him proud. And now we have a little bit of a bridge before we get to the Royal Rumble at the end of the month. So, nicely done, WWE. Where it leads us from here is a different question. Could this mean that we're going to see Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns in some kind of title unification thing around WrestleMania time? Oh, that's too exciting to be believed, which means it probably won't happen, but it's a nice thought.